What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about something that gets overlooked in some everyday carries, and that is a fifth pocket keyring option. These tools are quite useful, and I am going to be talking about the Gerber Dime in particular. So let me take you over to the bench and give you a really good look at this. All right, guys, we're back over at the bench, and I wanted to give you a really good look at the Gerber Dime, some of the features that it has, and what it looks like carrying it for me in my fifth pocket using the keyring as kind of a lanyard hole. So the first thing that you'll see that jumps out obviously is the bottle opener. It does stick out, but I've really honestly found that that's not an issue for me. There's no sharp edges to it. It's really well designed. It doesn't catch when I try to take it out of my pocket. So we'll go through the outside first. And I wanted to first talk about the scissors on this particular multi-tool. As you can see, it has a inline spring system versus that which you see on the Swiss Army knives, where it kind of sits in between the blades and it uses that spring system to push the looser scissor blade out. I think that's really nice because it's kind of hidden and it doesn't really get in the way. It's not going to get as dirty, in my opinion. The scissors are fine. They're small, but for small cutting, if you're looking to cut some string, some fishing line, anything in that realm, this is going to work really well. So you don't have to worry about the knife and trying to get tension and cut across it. You're just going to pull what you need in there and kind of cut it loose. On the other side of the scissors, you're going to find a Phillips head, small flat head with some files. You're going to find on the opposite side that it has a large flat head and a small pry tool. You could probably take some staples out of something with that. I don't know that you'll be able to use that on much else. So that covers everything on the side with the scissors. On the other side, it has a very unique letter style, box style opener. So it's not incredibly sharp, but for most tape that has a box closed, this will work. And the nice thing about this is as you're going across the tape, it's going to funnel it into the groove and kind of catch it so that that blade doesn't come out. It's not really sharp, and I can't think of many other uses for that. So that's a very specified use to open packages with, but I think it's nice because it saves you having to use the blade. On this side as well, this is where you're going to find your pocket knife tool, and this has a curved blade, a lot of belly to cut. And I've used this again to kind of open boxes and open packages that I couldn't really use the other tool for. Now, the last thing that you'll find on the outside that's kind of hidden is a very sneaky hidden pair of tweezers down in here beside the bottle opener. And they work quite well. They're not strong as probably as dedicated tweezers, but for something that lives in your tool, these are really nice. And I love the fact that they kind of hit it up here beside the bottle opener. It's really hard. It doesn't stick out. It's really hard to identify where that is just kind of looking at the outside of the tool. Now, its big party piece is inside the tool, and that's where you're going to find a set of spring-loaded pliers. It has a pinch nose, flat nose piece here. It has grooved, but not completely closing bite right here on these teeth. And then it has where you can kind of get this around the head of a ratchet. They're pretty strong. There's not a whole lot of flex. And the spring system, if you can see, rides inside of the arm on the back side here. And it works really well. It's actually on both sides. I didn't realize that until just now. So the spring system on both sides the pliers work really well. I think this is a really cool option, something that is different from, say, your Swiss Army knives. It's probably about the size of a cadet as far as like the height, and a little bit thicker to accommodate for the pliers, but it doesn't take up much space. I use the lanyard to kind of get it in and out of the fifth pocket, so that's really nice. Generally, when I'm carrying these, I'm coupling it with my paramilitary 2, and I'm also carrying still my pocket caddy with a backup blade, flashlight, pen. So this is really something that's a backup to the backup. And I actually, to be honest, I found, like, to open packages and stuff, I've been pulling this out more than I have my primary blades. I just think it's kind of nice. I think it's kind of neat. It has a little bit of a fidget factor to it, and it doesn't take up much space. For $20, this is a really good option. And like I said, I carry it in my fifth pocket. It kind of just disappears down into the fifth pocket. Not really noticeable. All right, guys. Well, that kind of wraps up my review of the Gerber Dime. Again, a keychain carry fifth pocket option that I think is overlooked. And the pliers, I think, really make this a winner for me. I could think of a bunch of different scenarios where I could probably use a set of pliers. I know the other day I was in the pantry and the door handle was loose. The knob on the door to slide open the pantry was loose, and I was able to whip this out of my fifth pocket, open the small Phillips head tool, and tighten it up. So, you know, they come in handy and they take up like a little bit of space. And like I said, be really good on a key ring, in the fifth pocket, and in purses, everyday carry bags. Check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below. If you enjoy the video, leave a like. And if you like the content, we'd love to have you. Think about subscribing. That's all I got. Thanks, guys. Peace.